What up, everybody? I'm Jay the Kid. That's Broke Boy Bray.
Yo, yo.
Right over here in the cut, just chilling out with us today. We got Visionary 23. And ladies and gentlemen, this is another episode of Four Ropes Podcast. You got the boys here. We all chilling back and everything. But today, we got a special guest. Now, before we introduce him, I want y'all to check out a little video package.
And they say New York City, we outside, Southside, we outside, Southside, we outside, Southside, we outside, Southside, we outside. Queens get the money outside, reppin', no half stepping Southside. Legend, if I can't do it, then it can't be done. I gotta be the one, yo, that's second to none. Maneuver through the slums like I'm on a run. It's getting hotter than the morning sun. I put a lot of work out, but it's more to come. Don't be surprised when I pulled up with the drum, heavyweight like pun. Back 'em all down till I get what I came for. What's that? Surgery with the chainsaw. Nicolas Cage, it might tear your face off. Not enough evidence to build a case off. They say that money make the world spin, so this 30 gauge special revolver.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got the one, the only. We got Queens. How you doing, my man?
What's good? What's good with everybody? How's everybody doing?
You're
We
doing
good.
great,
Chilling,
man.
man.
We good. We just chilling, man. So, we want to just go ahead and get started off with just asking you about the wrestling career that you having so far right now. What would you say is the most different thing about what you do what you do with your wrestling, like what you do in the ring, what you do on the mic, how you train and everything. Like, what would you say is different from what you've seen from most guys?
It's the investment. That's why I call myself the investment. It's the time, it's the effort. It's like you gotta grind. You gotta invest in yourself. You can't just be out here just being out here just to wrestle. You have to put that
Right.
time. You have to put that money behind you. If you don't put that money behind you, who else is gonna put that money behind you? And you gotta show
Yeah.
people that you really about this. Like you gotta make sure you have different gear. You gotta make sure you do all that stuff. That's what I do. I make sure I have a different gear every time I wrestle. The only time I keep the same gear if one of the pros say, "Hey, we want that outfit." All right, cool. But I normally have a different outfit every time I wrestle.
True, true. All right, Brett, I'm
Once
pass it off to
again,
you.
thanks for hopping on. That's actually huge. You really don't see that especially with a lot of wrestlers in general having just different attires every time you see them wrestle. You see them wearing, either the same stuff or like very minor differences.
Mhm.
So, really going into my question is just like, what kind of got you into wrestling? Like, what was the inspiration that made you say, like, let me strap up the boots, let me step in the square circle and really show them how this is done?
Uh, you know, growing up watching wrestling, I watched like Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior. Of the Attitude Era, the Monday
Mm-hmm.
Night Wars. I grew up loving wrestling. I just got to a point in my life that I was like, you know what? I want to do it because you don't want to live a life with regrets. And that's the one thing I always tell myself: don't live a life with a regret. I don't want to get old and be like, dang, I could have wrestled. Might as well just go ahead and do it. See how it is. If I don't like it, then I don't like it. If I do, then hey, come to find out I was pretty good at it. So
That's what's up. That's what's
Okay.
up.
Visionary, I'm gonna pass it off to you.
First thing first, it's an honor to have you on our show, man.
of course,
And
listen,
what
man.
what what made you want to like wrestle? Anything?
What made me want to wrestle?
Yeah.
Uh, what made me want to wrestle was, again, I did amateur wrestling in high school, so I was like, let me go up to the next step. Let me try this out.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to get with like when I got to El Paso, Texas. That's the city I wrestle out of. I wrestle out of the state of Texas. I'm from New York.
Mm-hmm.
I met Frank Stone, and then after that, Frank just took me under his wing, and we've been rocking since.
Yeah. That's what's up, bro.
So, being that you out there in El Paso and everything like that, my main question that usually I end up asking and everything like that is, What would you say is one of the most interesting places that you've wrestled like a guy in Texas other than El Paso? Like have you like went out a little bit into Houston a little bit in Dallas maybe with your
Yeah.
wrestling or is it all just straight out?
Nah, so I wrestled. So El Paso, of course, that's where I started off. I got my first like out of town big break against Zillify 2, and that was in Dallas, 20 Texas, Dallas.
Right.
And then after that, I started going to San Antonio. So I'm making my rounds in Texas right now. I'm
Okay,
really
okay.
Nah,
waiting
that's
for
dope.
that. I'm really waiting for that phone call for them to call me back home to New York. That's the goal. I want to wrestle back home in New York. That's the goal.
Facts, facts. All right, bro. Pass off to you again.
We saw in the clips, you're a little bit more of an agile guy. Like, would you say like having that amateur wrestling kind of gave you a bit more experience and more comfortability with like wanting to step outside the box of being like a technical wrestler?
Yes, yes. A lot of the training that we do, it is amateur wrestling. It is like the shooting in, the takedowns, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's amateur wrestling. So with me having that background, it was easy for me to adapt to it.
That's what's up. I was gonna say, yeah. Back in high school, I wrestled 2 years, so I kind of understand like the fundamentals and everything. So you say shooting everything, I'm like, that's taking me back, and,
Yeah,
remembering all the takedowns and everything.
Facts,
duck
facts.
walks and everything.
That's what's up.
All right, visionary. It's on you.
Actually, do you like heels or do you like faces? Like, what do you like in wrestling?
You know what? I wrestle whatever they want me to be, but I go off the crowd. If the crowd is booing, I'm going heel. If
Okay.
they cheering, I'll
Okay,
go
okay.
face. You know what I'm saying? I know how to adjust to the crowd. If the crowd don't like me, okay, you don't gotta like me. I've said
Hmm.
it all the time. You don't have to like me, but you're gonna respect what I do.
True.
So I'm in the gray area.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay, okay. I can respect that. So, being like, a guy that is making his rounds in the wrestling world and everything like that, can you explain to everybody like the basically like the understanding of the business? Like, does it like most guys think that starting out in the independents means you gotta force your way up into WWE and Ring of Honor and this AEW thing, where it's like most guys don't really take the time to actually develop themselves. So therefore, even if you do got this certain appeal that they like and that they put on TV, like you don't have the move set, the dedication, the athleticism, like the actual basic training of it, but you got here off of basically looks and a little bit of money for a tryout. Like, can you explain like how important it is to like be out here in the independent scene first before actually trying to expose yourself to bigger platforms without the experience?
So my whole thing about that, and because we run a training academy in El Paso called Now Academy, and I tell my guys, you have to have a character. You have to have your moveset. You have to be safe in the ring. Like you can't just get in the ring and be like, I'm going to do this. You gotta train. You gotta train hard every day. I train my guys to the point that they want to throw up. But it's the point in the matter that you gotta put that time, that hard work in. You gotta go. Like when I go to these places, I don't have no type of attitude. I have no type of ego. What would you like me to do? And I'll do it. You gotta show respect in this, and you gotta show respect in this business. You can't be out here being, well, I'm this and I'm that. I'm like that. Nah, cut that all out. You just starting out, and even if you're a veteran, you still show respect. You still show respect. You still go in there with a positive attitude. You still go in there with a, all right, what would you like me to do? Because the thing about it is that it's not about you. It's about the fans. It's about their experience, making them have a good time.
Right. That's a
I,
way of
I
explaining
would say
that.
no.
I
I
So
love
love
that
that.
answer. That was amazing. Yeah.
right?
Who
Yeah.
would you say was like some of your biggest inspirations growing up that like really inspire you even till this day? Like their, their character, their ring work, just the way they presented themselves on and off the mic, or just in the companies they respectively wrestled for.
So I would say I was a big Shawn Michaels fan growing up. Of course, when he went to DX, that was like a big thing for me. After that, I know it's going to sound cliche. I love what Roman Reigns is doing. I love what the Bloodline story is doing because of the storyline. It's something that I can follow, something that I can watch, something that I can get behind. It's just not about the
Mm-hmm.
person; it's about the storyline. I love Daddy Cool Diesel, Kevin Nash. I actually got to meet him one time. But those guys, when they talk about the business and everything, I pay attention to them, and I see what it is, and that's it.
No, that's what's up.
That's
Yeah, that's
fire.
what's up.
Facts. Visionary. It's on you.
How, how did you come up with your wrestling gear?
How do I come up with my wrestling gear?
Yeah.
I just when I think of certain things, I'm from Queens, New York, so of course I'm Queens. I'm the investment, so I always got to think about money. I gotta put it all together. So I
Hmm.
just I just I just randomly put things together. I use WWE 2K to make my gear. Like
Oh,
I
that's
get
fire.
logos,
That's tough.
I get all that, and I put it on the gear, and I'm like, all right, can I get this made? Yeah, that looks dope, and I'll just go get it made.
Oh, that's
That's
fire,
what's
bro.
up.
That's tough. That's smart.
Yeah.
For real, for real. So, we actually gonna get on quickly and we gonna have you blind rank New York rappers.
Woo! Woo!
I know, I know. So, in a tier list of 1 through 10, I'm gonna have basically you rank these rappers. So, whenever you're ready, we can go ahead and begin.
All right, number one, Biggie, off top.
Okay.
Jay, Nas, I'm going to say 50. Oh, I got to say Mob Deep,
Mm.
LL Cool J, Run DMC. Was that 7?
Yep.
I'm at 7, 7. Okay, okay, let me think. LL. Busta Rhymes, definitely. Busta Rhymes.
Okay.
Let's keep going, keep going. I got to go through this, got to go through this process right now because there's a lot of great. All right, Jada Kiss. Jada Kiss is
Ooh.
over. Jada Kiss. Jada Kiss. Fabulous.
You
What was
know,
that?
I don't
That's
hear a
not.
lot of people say fabulous.
God, why do you think I acted the way I did when he said Mob Deep? People don't give Mob Deep really they flowers like that, but like they central to what New York rap was at one point, bruh.
They
Same thing with
defended New.
Fabulous.
They defended New York rap when the West Coast was doing this stuff. They defended New York. I'm from cool. Like those are my
Yeah.
guys.
Facts.
Like shoot, I know
Okay.
I know the bottom is gonna be the Lost Boys because they from my area.
I feel you. I feel you. All right. So, now, what we're going to have
Okay.
you do now is we're going to have you blind rank New York wrestlers. So, right here, I got a list of 10 wrestlers that I'm going to have on this list. You just going to put them in a category of 1 through 10. 1 being the best, 10 being the worst.
Okay.
I bet. So, we got Bubba Ray Dudley.
Damn. All right. I'm gonna
I
give
know.
Bubba 5. I'm gonna give Bubba number 5. I'm gonna give Bubba 5. Give Bubba 5.
Smooth middle of the road. Okay,
Fair
okay.
enough. Fair enough. All right. Next, we got,
Who we got?
yep, we going to do it. We got JTG.
JTG. JTG. JTG. I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna give him a 9. I'm gonna give him a 9.
9. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
fair.
okay, okay.
Killing on the
Brooklyn.
independent scene, but his
Yeah,
first
he's on the
run.
independent scene and he's doing his thing though.
Oh yeah, nah. Shout out to JT. So we got him at 9, and we got ooh Taz.
Taz, it, Taz has to be like number 2 for me. Taz got to be number 2 for me. When he was
I respect
ECW, I
it.
used to watch that. I used to watch him all the time.
Okay, okay, that's fair enough. So, just to do a recap real quick. We got Taz at 2, we got Bubba at 5, and we got JTG at 9.
Okay.
Okay, okay. Not too bad. Next, Tommy Dreamer.
Number 4.
That's fair, that's fair. Okay. Next, we got Trent Beretta.
Trent Beretta. I'm gonna go
Yep,
10. I'm gonna go 10.
10.
Okay.
Go 10.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Fair, yeah.
All right. Next, we got Damian Priest.
Damian Priest. He is making his way. I will give him a number 6. He is doing his thing.
I respect
Very
that.
true.
He's doing his thing right now.
Okay, okay. So now we got Shad Gaspar.
That's
R.I.P.
give him an 8. All right,
Eight.
yeah.
Yeah.
I give him an 8.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, okay. Loki.
Low key 7.
7. Fair. All right. So you got 3 and 1 left.
I got 3 and 1. You gotta give me something
Yep.
good.
Fair, fair, fair. I got you. I got you. Huh. Devon Dudley.
3. Matter of fact, if I could switch Bubba and Devon, I'm switching them.
You know, funny thing about it
Right?
is, I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna give you actually 2 to switch up either one that you want to do. So now, for your number 1, you have to do it for now, and you can switch him out later. Karrion Cross. See,
Ooh. Ooh. All right. Move from Priest, everyone up, and put Karrion Cross right there. Taz is number 1. If I have to go for New York, Taz is number 1.
okay, okay. So if you're doing all of that, that means Taz at 1, Devon at yeah, Taz at 1, Devon at 2, Tommy at 3, Bubba at 4, Damien at 5. Okay, Carrying at 6. Not
Yeah.
bad, not bad. Honestly, that's
Yeah.
a
Nah, I
good list.
respect that
That's a good
list. I didn't
list.
even know Damien. I mean, Karrion Cross was from New York.
I know, right? When I looked it up last time, I was like, he's from New York. I thought it was from somewhere like Pennsylvania or something. I'm bogus. I ain't even gonna lie to you, I'm tripping. But we're gonna get back into ask you some more questions about your wrestling career and everything.
Okay.
What would you
Okay.
say is one move that you know you feel isn't as utilized as it once was, and what's a move that you think is overutilized?
Of course, overutilized a super kick. I'm gonna say that right now.
Yep.
So respect to Big E. I liked how he used to do the big ending. So that's what I choose to do for my finish now.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, okay, Bray.
What would you say is your favorite wrestling match of all time, and what's a more recent wrestling match that like caught your eye for just like the pure, just athleticism and just like how good the storytelling was?
The story. All right, again, I'm gonna be cliche with this one. The whole storyline WrestleMania, that was it for me. I was like, ooh, how's this gonna turn out? Like for real. Back in the day, I'm gonna say Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart
Okay.
Iron Man
Yeah.
Fair.
match.
Okay.
I would say I like both of those answers.
Cause I'm gonna say like there hasn't been a storyline like this in wrestling in years.
Hmm. Yeah.
You can say decades.
Yeah, yeah, you can say decades. Yeah.
For real,
I'm gonna
nah.
be real with you. It ain't too many stories where you could sucker somebody in for real, for real. It's
And
just
Hmm.
still
like
get talked about to this very day.
I think
And while
the
in the
last
story,
one,
while in the story, that everyone that was looking like they were secondary are now superstars.
Yeah.
Hmm.
like the last one where it's like somebody might have came out strong with it is like maybe Austin makes a deal with the devil. Like that's the last thing I can remember. Like people actually tuned in for and actually cared about for a second. I
Yeah,
can't think of nothing in the
yeah,
normal 2000s. Like respectfully,
That really wasn't like a
I,
huge moment like that.
yeah.
like
No,
nothing
like
was like
honestly, I
feeling like it
stopped. I
mattered.
stopped watching wrestling for a little while. Like I really stopped watching it because there was no story.
Same.
Yeah.
I would say
I
like
gotta keep.
2013 through 2015. I stopped just because nothing legit seemed interesting.
Yeah, so I stopped when that computer was making the matches.
Oh
I
yeah.
should have
I
stopped
know
during
exactly
that.
what you talked about. Uh huh.
The
And
That
hold,
was
the
the
Raw GM.
stupid. I stuck through with that. Oh my god, it was so bad.
I can't believe it was
Yeah,
Hornswoggle the whole time. I should have got away from it right then and
I
there.
should have been stopped at that point, but man,
I
Gave
didn't
it a
watch
little
it.
bit of
I was like,
chance,
I was
and
done.
Damian Sandow was playing the goddamn like he was playing like a
different
Miz.
stunt
host every
double.
week. Shit, man.
Like he was a stunt double for the Miz. Like he was legit sitting there taking air ass whoopings. Like I legit just seen a Facebook reel of him like pretending to get suplexed while Jay was suplexing the Miz. I was like, that's the best y'all got? It made no
Yeah,
sense. But anyways, Visionary, it's on you with the next one.
Would you rather dethrone Roman, and Undertaker streak, or retire Ric Flair? I retire Shawn Michaels. I mean,
like which one am I choosing?
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The return of Ric Flair
Mhm.
was it was more emotional. That Undertaker streak, like I still feel some type of way about it. Feel some type of way about it, but that streak, that retirement of Ric Flair, you just saw the emotion.
Yeah.
You saw that emotion, and that's the art of the storytelling.
Mhm.
Fair
So I'll
enough.
take that.
No, I just finally realized what it really meant now when Ric Flair kept trying to wrestle all these years. I feel like he was trying to get his like real like his moment back in the spotlight because you remember he lost to Shawn Michaels at Mania,
Hmm.
but
Mhm.
he's been going on retirement tours in multiple countries. I mean, multiple companies and winning, but he still don't get that same
He's
emotion.
chasing that high of that Wrestle 24 match, but it's like that was
Yeah.
like a once in a lifetime situation.
I
You
just
can't
Hmm.
realized
replicate
that
that.
he is trying to find that moment. It's like he not gonna get it again, so he need to sit down
Some
before
people
that
don't
hip gets
realize that
fucked
though,
up.
man. You got to think about that.
Some
Some
people
people
don't
realize
realize
that
that.
don't realize that.
They don't.
At
They don't
all.
realize that. Like, hey, this is a moment that you're not going to get.
Mhm.
Like this is
And
like a
thing is,
once in a lifetime opportunity. Once this happens, that's it. You're never gonna get a chance like this again, and he can't accept that. And that's kind of
and
the
I,
sad
I
part.
I love Ric Flair, but like watching that other match he did, like I could, it was cringy. I couldn't watch it.
Yeah.
It's just like even Sting, like everybody think like it had to be like at WWE when you retired. That AEW ending match, his final match,
Oh, that was beautiful.
he went out
Hmm.
wonderfully. The audience clapped and was happy and shit like that. He ain't touched the ring since. He ain't go be like,
Hmm.
you know what? I need to wrestle somewhere else and see if I get a bigger feeling ending. Like no,
Right.
like you don't have to forcefully do that and everything. So I'm sorry, that just popped up in my head. I didn't mean to take over your question, visionary.
No, no, you good. You good. You
Mhm.
good.
Bray, I'm gonna let it pop back to you.
Um, what is your like end goals for 2025? Like, what big things do you plan to achieve this year?
Wrestle for NWA. That's the goal. I'm already
Okay,
a part
okay.
of. I'm a part of NWA NWA Texas TSW roster. The goal is to wrestle on NWA actual show.
Okay. I
Hell
love
yeah,
that.
brother. We rooting for you.
Love that. Love that,
Hey,
man. Visionary. I'm gonna let you finish it out before we get into the final segment.
What do you see yourself down the line when you done wrestling?
would I see myself down the line?
Hmm.
You know what? Honestly, I'm just enjoying the ride. I'm enjoying the ride. I'm not looking at. I'm not looking at WWE. I'm not looking at AEW. I'm looking how far I can take this,
Okay.
and wherever I go is where I go.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Okay. Okay. So now we're gonna get into our final segment, 5 minute heat wave. So basically, right here, I got a timer right here with 5 minutes, and we basically just gonna have to have you answer a bunch of questions, basically within 5 minutes. Some of them gonna be wrestling related, some of them might not be. Some of these might just be me quizzing you to see if I like New York people. So I'm just saying, as
Okay.
honest as you can, as
Okay.
real as you can.
Okay.
Let's do it. Y'all already know what it is. Mustiest city in Texas.
Mustiest city in Texas. Oh, I can't believe you're making me do this. Uh, must see in Texas. Waco.
I take it.
Okay, okay,
I
okay.
take it. All right. Is it milk cereal or cereal milk?
Milk cereal. No, no, cereal milk. Cereal milk. Cereal milk. What the heck?
See, out jail
Gotta be
time.
wrong.
That's
Wait a
all I
minute. That
was
didn't
finna
make sense to
yell.
me.
See, I was finna yell jail time. Lock him up. Bray, it's on you.
Favorite finishing move of all time.
Favorite finishing move of all time that I like, the jackknife powerbomb.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay.
We don't get answers like that typically.
Yeah, no, I don't think anybody ever said a power bomb. Like they always do
No,
like
it's always like
swinging
a
moves.
not to be like a physical wrestler, like kind of generic like move you see often. No, I like that. I like that answer.
Visionary.
Sweet chin music or sharpshooter.
Sweet chin music.
Okay.
You can just pull it out from anywhere with a sweet chin music. You got to do all this setting up for a sharpshooter. Um, let's see. Were you a steel cage or were you a hell in a cell kind of guy?
I was as hell in the cell. No, no, no. I was a steel cage guy. Steel cage guy.
Okay,
Was
okay.
it just because all the action stays in the ring or like what?
So coming up, watching steel cage match, it was more brutal than it is now.
Okay, fair enough.
That's fair.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Bray.
Who is your favorite world champion of all time? Like, who do you think like really just kind of when they were champion, they really kind of just demonstrated like what it was to be a champion and kind of like set the standard.
Stone Cold.
It's fair.
It's
Okay.
Yeah.
fair. Like when he got that title, it was like, oh, this is what we doing. All right, I'm with it.
Fair enough.
Okay, I like that answer.
Visionary.
Favorite WrestleMania.
Favorite WrestleMania. I would have to say, that's a good one. I love WrestleMania 10.
Okay.
Okay,
That's a good
okay.
one.
I don't think I remember WrestleMania 10 enough. I mean, I probably wasn't born halfway through it. Honestly, I
WrestleMania
think
10.
I was.
WrestleMania 10. Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon. Also, you had Bret Hart versus Owen Hart. All in Madison Square Garden, New York City.
Okay, so I hadn't heard about these
Yeah, I would
matches, but
say
I don't
yeah.
remember anything else from them. Then, damn,
Maybe you have to do that for the episode.
facts. So Bray, you answered the question already, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, so it's gonna be for me. So my main question I want to ask you is, if you had a choice between having to take Three spears from Prime WCW Goldberg, or four chops to the chest by Prime Gunther. Well, yeah, Prime Walter. I'm sorry. That means Fat Walter. Which one you gonna take?
I know all the people going like this. You better take them chops. So I'm gonna go with the chops. I'm gonna go with the chops. Even though I want to say the other one, I'm gonna go with the chops.
Shit, Goldberg try to
Fair
hurt you,
enough.
man.
Fair enough.
But
Prime
Gunther tried to
Goldberg.
hurt
He don't
He,
you.
he
come
was
off
he
his
was
feet.
he was literally ripping people apart, bro. I don't blame you for that answer.
He don't come off his
Yeah.
feet,
Yeah.
so I know his shit hurt. Right.
Um, what would you say was your biggest like learning curve from going from amateur wrestling to a pro wrestling? Like, what was the thing like that was kind of tougher for you to understand?
It was all right. The mechanics of of a wrestling match. Like you have to really think on your feet. You have to really know what you're doing, and it's like you have to make sure that other person's safe. It's like so much stuff going in your mind while you're in that ring. So it took me a little bit to like get those mechanics and stuff because it takes everyone them times to get it. So doing
Right,
regular wrestling, that's fine. I'm trying to take them down, but you're now
right. You
trying to
trying to take
tell a
him to the mat and
story.
just get the dub.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Visionary, you gonna finish it with the last question before we get into the final one.
Favorite tag team of all time.
Mm-hmm. Favorite tag. Oh, Legion of Doom.
Okay. Legion of Doom.
Yeah, Road
You don't
Warriors.
hear that too much either,
That's I would
honestly.
say that's another
No.
I'm
one
an
you really
old school
don't hear too
guy. I'm an
often.
old school guy.
That's fair. I can respect that. I can
Legion of Doom
respect
was on
that.
some shit back in the
I can
day.
respect that. So we getting done with it, but we got the final question. I like to call it the burning question, just
Okay.
because basically when I ask you this, I basically want to know exactly how much you really care about wrestling. So
Okay.
with that being said, when you all said and done, when there's no more wrestling, when you put them boots up, when you get put into the Hall of Fame or whatever company, whether you once you have all these accomplishments, once there's nothing else for you to do in the wrestling world, who is basically Queen's gonna be? Who is the person? What is things that Queen's plans on doing, attempt to do, successfully do? Whether that means basically going somewhere and helping train the next generation, whether it's doing something that makes you more memorable outside of the ring for who you are.
I'm gonna say is exactly what you said. Is the training the next generation. Is like it's doing the production. It's actually putting on the shows. It's actually working the storylines. It's actually trying to get guys to that next level, which we're trying to do now. But that's where I see Queens at, because I love the business and I want to keep bringing the talent to the business. So I'm gonna keep doing that as long as I can. I can do that as long as I can.
Okay.
I
Okay.
love that
I
answer.
love that
Hell
answer. I
yeah.
love that answer, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, we got our main queens up in here. And before you go, did you want to promo out anything you got going on out there in Texas? Is there anything
Oh,
you want to promote?
oh yeah, of course. Tonight, tonight I'm on Paradox Dog Pound Championship Wrestling. I am wrestling tonight, but I'm also defending the Nation of Wrestling Championship on January 25th in El Paso, Texas, against CJ Campos. And what I want them to know is stocks up, place to bet, because you already know what it is, and that's Queens gets the money. Enough said.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, we got our man's Queens. We appreciate you. Thank you for your time, man.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
For sure, for sure.
All right. With that being said, again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Jay the Kid. That's Broke Boy Bray.
Yo yo.
Right over here in the cut again. We gonna shout out to our boy. LC couldn't be here today, but we got our boy Visionary 23. And one thing as a
Sure.
group that we always want to do before we let everybody get up out of here, we as a team would like to say thank you for wrestling, and we out.